And welcome to episode 7 of It's Beer O'Clock with Beerski with very special guest, PokeChef954. How are we doing, my man?
Good, good, good. What up, what up, what up?
This is, I think, your face reveal
Kind
on the
of,
YouTube,
yeah.
so that's
It
pretty
is.
awesome. I know we've seen you on Instagram and stuff, but this is the
Yep,
YouTube face reveal.
yep.
Um, yeah, dude, super excited to have you here. I'm so pumped that you're my first guest of
Me too.
2024. We're going to start this year off right. And I'm going to segue right into that.
Let's do
Um,
it.
how do you feel about 2024 in Pokemon? What are your goals in 2024? Lay it on us.
I feel good. I feel good about 2024. This year, I'm going to try to learn a little bit more as much as I can, where I can throughout the whole year. I'm doing a lot of stacking cards up, getting ready for a big grade submission, but honestly, a lot of the collector cons I'm going to go to, I want to try to learn from you guys a lot and try to see what I can pick up. And then I might want to dabble in trying to sell some stuff while I'm there, or maybe get ready for the year after and try to kind of take over that year and go from
Right
there.
on. Right
Yeah.
on. How big of a submission are we talking?
Right now, I got like 40 something cards.
Nice. See,
Kind
you're pulling
of.
out a fat stack. I like it.
Yeah, ready. I might, maybe I could do 60, but I don't know. I might either go all 40 at one shot, or I might go 20 at a time and kind of see how good my eye is and go from there.
PSA, CGC, mix of both.
Man, I think I'm gonna go PSA.
Right on.
I like CGC. I do like CGC. I don't care. I like CG. The Pristines.
I do
Well,
too.
I'm a fan. I'm a
I'm
fan.
a
I
big
know. I
fan.
know. There's all that going on right now.
Look how pretty that is.
It's beautiful. I love the
It's
Pristine,
beautiful.
bro. Love the
It's a
Pristines.
beautiful card. Beautiful case. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So 60
Yeah.
cards going out. That's big.
Yeah.
Will that be your biggest submission you've ever sent?
Yes,
Nice, dude. That's
for
awesome.
sure. I'm
I
just
love
trying
it.
to like grab and gain, and then I want to get it all submitted and back. I'm not sure I'm gonna throw them on the eBay yet. I might try to do, like I said, I might try to do something with the collecticons or something like that. I'm not sure. I might throw some on there, some not. I'm still playing with the eBay a little bit. No, I'm not doing anything crazy. Just getting sales history and some cheaper cards on there. That's really it until I start really getting slabs in a rotation. But
All
that's
right.
that's the goal I'm playing right now.
Right on. So build up a little inventory
Yeah, I'm trying to
for your
build
collector.
more
All right. That's
inventory.
awesome,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, dude. And listen, I'm still building up inventory from last year. I still got cards coming in. I'm running through a submission right now that I got to put on. You can see the cards like right here.
yeah.
So just trying to get that rolling, trying to get everything going. Um, yeah, man, that's great. I'm happy to hear. What collecticons are you planning on showing up to this year?
100% Charlotte. That's definitely happening. Richmond. I'm gonna go to Richmond. I gotta see. I want to see Charlie out there. Talk to Charlie. Charlie and I talk a lot about food, so I want to do something with Charlie up there.
Nice.
And definitely New Jersey. I gotta come see you. I gotta come out there and hang out. And
Yeah.
then I gotta. I'm the hardest one for me to do is Chicago, but man, I want to do Chicago the most just for our boy Walrus. I
Yeah,
gotta do it for
absolutely.
him. Hold it
Hell
down.
yeah,
So
man.
yeah.
So I'll be at Richmond, New Jersey, and Chicago. So I'll see
All
you
right.
at three. I'll see you at
All
three of those, dude.
right.
That's awesome. I think the Richmond show should be fun. It's not going to be super big. Like I said, I'm
Yeah.
bringing my wife to that one. We're gonna walk around. She'll be at the New Jersey show as well, obviously. Um, but yeah, I feel like Chicago is going to be massive this year. I feel like everyone's trying to make it to Chicago. I'm really bummed out. I'm going to miss Charlotte. I keep saying it. It's the truth.
Yeah,
Super
it's
bummed
funny.
out. Delete. I just said, sorry, delete my info to anyone not coming to Chicago. All right, let's see. iFOMO, we never 86.
Never 86.
The chef saying amen.
That's right.
Legends. I love it. So, chef, give
Yo.
us a little bit of backstory on you, dude. Um,
Like
what
the
got you into
chef origin.
Pokemon? What got you cooking? What
Pokemon.
makes chef? What makes
All
the
right.
Poke Chef the Poke Chef?
I'll go into Pokemon and then I'll give you a little chef
I love
origin
it.
story. Pokemon, I'm Gen 1 guy. It came out, I was like fifth, sixth grade, and that kind of took everybody by storm. Pokemon was cool for me. It was the one thing that like I had. My brother didn't like it. Nobody else liked it. He didn't steal it. Nobody stole it. Like I had it. It was mine. It was my thing. I had one other friend who liked it, and I talked to him to this day as one of my best friends. And man, we used to play the tournaments at Toys R Us.
Oh, right on.
We used to, man, that famous like Mew promo card everybody has like 1,000 of. So me and him camped outside of Toys R Us overnight for that card because we were just so hyped for it. And then it was like a big tournament that day too, and we played all day. We camped out overnight, went in there, played a bunch, and then we ended up the little gym leaders that ran it. They ended up giving us like a stack of them, and then I have the hollow one. I have a bunch of those. I think I'm down to like 6 or 7 of those now. But that was a cool time, and then kind of to see it go up. And then once we got into like the new generation, the second gen Pokemon, that's when it was like, hey, it's girls and I'm too cool, and you know what I mean. And you start getting out of it. But that first series, man, that was hardcore. And then my favorite sets still to this day come out of that, and that's Team Rocket, Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes. Those are my top 3. Better
Gym
than
Heroes
anything.
and Gym Challenge are hot.
Woo, amazing. But man, I've been in Pokemon and playing the game in the TCG and tournaments and everything since I was little. Now it's hard, it's lame because it kind of goes against all my hours at work. Like winter card shops open, right? Like weekends, and they don't open early, they don't do anything. So it's very hard for me to go to like pre-releases or to play the game or jump in tournaments and everything. It's really challenging. I wish I had a better route to do that, but I don't.
Right on. Well, I didn't know that you played the actual card game when you were a kid. You play the digital version. What's it? PT the Go version or whatever it's called.
No, I don't play Go, but I do play the TCG online right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The TCG online. That's also
I play that like nightly almost. I play
right
it
on.
like all the time. Yeah.
You definitely have to try and get to some tournaments. Hopefully, you
bro,
find one that works for you. That would be awesome, dude. That would be so cool.
I want to play so bad again, like on a like on tournament. Like I want to win those trophy cards. I want to do it. I want to do it so bad, so bad.
Well, that's awesome. Little insight to how Chef got into Pokemon. What made you get into chefing?
That's kind of funny. Nobody in my family cooks, man. Like nobody. So like when I was coming up, I was 14 and my parents are kind of separated and all that, but like you just had to figure out food all the time. You got to figure out food. So I started dabbling with that. But when I was 14, I got my first real job, and it was at like a mom and pop restaurant, dishwasher, kind of did all that. A lot of my hours I got paid under the table. It's real easy to do that down there, but I got paid under the table to work more because I was a minor. So I would get my other half of my compensation of like the 40 hours or whatever in cash. But I did dishwashing at that place, and there was like 3 other cooks. I learned the menu. It was like a dead restaurant. So I was always it was like 4 or 5 of us in the kitchen. So one day these guys got really mad and they walked, but I had already knew the menu from then on. So they walked and I was like, I could do it. And the owners kind of had no choice but to let me like finish the night. And then I did good. I was kind of doing my thing and all that. And then from then on, I was a cook at that place at 14 and turning 15. And I did that.
Damn.
And then that place is wild, man. So there was a lot of people there on like a prison work release program. So they would come, So they'd come out and then they would go to work and then they'd go back, but they can only work X amount of days a week or X amount of days in a row or something like that. So the owners had no choice but to give me keys to the restaurant. So I'd get off my school bus on Mondays and I'd go and open the restaurant after school, which was wild, but that's what it was. And I did that until that place shut down. And I went to work one day and there was chains on the doors, and I was like, all right. So
this is over.
Yeah,
That's
so
wild.
That was done. Yeah. So the next place I went was all the people who worked there. They had a hookup at this like country home or like a retirement center with a kitchen and everything there. And I worked there, same thing. Got paid under the table, half and half. I cooked, I did all that, and I just kept taking jobs like that until I was 18, and then could be on a payroll. But at that time, I was working. I went from that job. I went to like on the border Chili's, kind of Chick-fil-A. I did those things.
Okay.
Um, and I went to school full time. I was coming out of school. I was doing that, and then I started. I didn't think I was gonna have the opportunity to go to culinary school, but I did. My dad helped me kind of make that happen. And quite honestly, like I never wanted to be a chef. Like I didn't. I was just really good in kitchens, and I was literally growing up in them. And it's kind of like all I know, even to this day. It's all I know. I grew up since 14. I've been cooking. I'm 35
Yes, since your
now. So
first job. That's
yeah, 21 years doing it. But when I went to the culinary school, I had already been cooking 8 years, and like I was pretty in there, pretty established. And there was a chef who kind of picked up on that there and set me up with like a really nice fine dining. Like it's the 5 courses, one seating, tweezers, like you see it on TV. It was one of those lunatic chefs screaming, throwing stuff, cursing, like wild.
oh yeah, it was Gordon Ramsay style.
It was Gordon Ramsay style, bro. Like
See, these
some
are
of
the
these
kind of
chefs were
stories I want
drinking
to
on the
hear.
job, bro. It was wild. It was
Oh
wild, but
man.
super talented chefs. And I did that. And then I got my first exec job in Brickell, Miami, and that place was. I have a ton of stories about that place. You want chef stories? That's where they come from. The wildest things was from that job. It was a hole in the wall kind of place on the inner. It was like a beautiful location. It was like intercoastal Miami, beautiful on the water. Like it's connected to this fancy high rise condo place, and it was like this horribly ran like restaurant. And then I got there, and when I got there at that time, I was having my first child, my son, and I left a better job for that job, but I needed the money real bad, and I needed to get like my first whatever. Like I knew it was like a stepping stone.
Okay.
So I did that, and then that my check started bouncing, and it was like crazy. That the owner had like a little bit of a drug problem. He had like a coke going on, so he had
Yup.
that, and then he bought himself a brand new truck, and then everybody's checks started bouncing, and it was
Oh,
like,
that's fucked up.
yeah, bro, it was wild. So then I went back to the company.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, especially in Miami, it's like water. Like, dude,
Yeah, right. It's
it's like
everywhere.
it's wild. So I went back, and I worked at that place, and I helped open. It was called Trulux. I helped open the one in Brickell, Miami, and I trained the chefs there, both of them. And then I was starting to get upset because, like, man, I'm starting to train my bosses. Starting to train all this stuff, and I'm not getting the jobs. Like, why am I training? So one day I went and I got the GM to kind of go out with me. I was like, come have a beer. Like, I just want to off the record. And he flat out was like, hey, you're young, man. It's a lot of money at a young kid. And I'm like, all right, I get it. Thank you, whatever. So I work next door to where I'm at now. I'll leave the name out of that, but it's a high-end fine dining steakhouse. So I worked there, and it was kind of like my second BS job. I was doing both jobs. Very involved with the other company trying to come up. But when I got to the other place where I'm at now, man, like, wow, they had deeper pockets, a way better environment, like benefits, like you wouldn't believe. So I kind of went all in on that job. And then I have like tattoos and stuff. So I remember in my interviews, I'm like, hey, if this is going to hinder me from promotions, let me know now, because I'm trying
Yeah,
to like do
absolutely.
something with myself. I'm trying to do something with my life. And they like had my back to the extreme. It's wild how much that company has had my back. And then
That's a
like
good feeling, man.
the chance that they took on me. So I went to that job, and I started like just busting my ass, just trying to get it done, and I'll work the next guy. I was having my second child, and that was my daughter, and I'm still young, man. I was like 23 at the time, and I'm about to have my second, and it was like, dude, it's not like what I wanted to do, but life is happening. You got to play your cards, and I was really good at doing that. So, um, that's what I did. And when I went over there, it was like 10 months. 10 months, I got promoted to a sous chef. A year after that, I got promoted to an executive chef partner. And I was the youngest executive chef partner that the company has ever seen to this date. And then
Yeah,
I've been
chef.
there. Yeah, man. I've been there for 10 years now. And I love it, bro. Like that company. And I'm saying this is a lot. This is a lot. If you're a chef, you kind of know, if you're in the industry, you know, there's a lot to say coming out of December. But I, on my worst day, love that job. And I think it's the best case scenario for a restaurant job as far as like pay, benefits, atmosphere, all these things. 100%.
That's
100%
great.
best case scenario. But it's been a long journey. 21 years doing the same thing is pretty wild.
And now you got a brigade of people working under you, man.
Yeah, I love my team too.
That's
I
all. And
like
I can tell that you love your team because whenever
yeah.
you're on in the chat or anything, you're always like, all right, got to go pump my team up. I'll be back.
Yeah. Sometimes
Awesome. Like I know, like, hey, what do you mean, like pump them up? Like, all right, guys,
yeah.
like this dinner service is gonna kick our ass. We gotta kick its ass even
Yeah.
harder. Like that's awesome, dude.
Bro, when you're the leader, you gotta pump these guys up. They feed off of you, right? So if you come in a funk, they're gonna be in funk. If you come in hype, they're gonna be hype. If they're in a funk, you gotta get them out of the funk. That's your job. Your job is that. A lot of my job is not cooking. Like all these guys cook. A lot of my job is behind the scenes, keeping the restaurant going, and keeping the team pumped and morale and all that stuff. And then
You're
like
a facilitator.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
give people the tools to finish the job. Yeah. Those are the best
I'm real
bosses.
big on it. Yeah, I love it. Love it. But yeah, these guys know sometimes I'll have my phone on the expo line. I'm about to finish up and I'm like, it's slowing down and everything. So I like opening up on that. I'm like, yeah, man, we're in here. Like, sometimes I'll like play it through the speakers and the dish guys, and they're like, whatever, you're a nerd. They want to hear their music and all that stuff. But I'm like, what? I'm leaving.
This
like
is
20
better.
minutes.
This is way better.
Yeah. And then I always encourage Pokemon in the restaurant, bro. Everybody knows about my Pokemon stuff. Everybody knows about this stuff. We keep work, but I am open when they ask me. And then I'm always encouraging Pokemon because there's a lot of bad habits with restaurant people outside of work. So I feel like Pokemon is a good positive. So I'm always trying to like push, hey, push this, do this, and you can make money. You can do this. This is like very good. It's very,
That's very, yeah.
And I'm a positive guy. I try to keep all that going.
Dude, you've been nothing but positive since I've known you. And this is like our first face-to-face. Like you've been a champion of like this podcast. I love it, dude. Like you're always shouting me out, Jeff. Like I can tell, like I would love to work for someone like you. Like you just have that like thing about you, and it's awesome, dude. Like I'm sure the people that work for you and work with you are pumped to be working for you and working with you.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, dude. Like I wish my boss would come in and throw Pokemon on.
Yeah.
The best thing
and then I have like Pokemon cards in the restaurant. I have my little chef card on the side. And I used to do this thing where every time I'd open all these cards, I'd have all these energy cards and I would hide them in the restaurant. And then all like the servers throughout the shift, they'd go to get like a steak knife or something. They're like, what? And there's
that's awesome.
Yeah. And then I used to leave like notes on them, like run food or like something silly. So when they find one, they'd be like, oh. And they still have a couple hidden to this day. I haven't hidden any in months, but the other day, somebody found some in their business cards and they're like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I know.
You should probably start hiding those bad boys again. That sounds like it's so much fun.
It is. I love it. I don't know if they do, but I love it. Hey!
We got Alexander. Let's go.
That guy works with me.
Does he? Yo.
Yeah,
what's up, Alexander?
Yeah.
My man. Mr. Walrus, boo. This man isn't cooking. So if you were cooking right now, thank you for the question or the inspiration, Walrus. What is your favorite thing to cook? Like if you I know Basic just said this, desert island, favorite fast food, but like desert island, and you can bring all the fixings for one meal and you'd have to cook it every day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Man, maybe a smoked brisket.
Smoked brisket?
Bro, I love a smoked brisket so much, it's not even funny.
Dan's mouth is watering as we speak.
I
know. Oh man, smoked brisket. I wasn't expecting that.
I know, it's very, it is left field. I like that or anything like taco or Cuban or Mexican, something like that.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
See, we got my man Terry Lake in here. Here I thought we were going
Terry!
to see how to cook a perfect steak.
Bro, shout out to Terry. Shout out to
Terry,
Terry.
dude,
He's
Terry Lake.
he was like the first one to make a comment. It got deleted somehow, but he was the first
Oh, I
one.
saw, dude. As soon as I put the video
Bro,
up, Terry was on there. Oh, believe me, I saw it because I leave it up for a little bit doing
yeah.
stuff.
Terry, you're
Terry is
amazing.
a goat, man.
Thank you. Yeah, he's awesome.
Met a little later, Terry.
Yeah.
Gonna see you in
Cheers.
Richmond, Terry. Yes, you are gonna see me in Richmond. Oh, cheers. That's it. Happy New
Brown
Beer,
bagging
everyone.
it.
Happy New
Happy
Beer.
New Year. You got to brown bag it. That's homage back home to my brother.
So we got Mr. Walrus. Delete my info when I come to Chicago. The Green Shiz. What's up, legends? Wish I got to meet Chef in Charlotte. I wish I also got to meet Chef in Charlotte.
I meant like half. I meant like half of everybody.
You stayed over, but you stayed over by Nick. You went over by Dan, but you didn't come to the tip of the Power L. I don't know how you missed us there.
I know.
But listen, it's been ever since Charlotte. Like I felt like I've known you since then, just through texting and whatnot, and Instagram DMs, and I love it.
Yeah.
BB, my man, BB. Oh shoot, we cooking. So I'm gonna drop some little tidbits in here. BB is a future podcaster on this podcast. He will be coming up for an episode. I also have the Terry Lake lockdown, so he will be coming on as well. So I'm letting everyone know here first. So we got some heavy hitters coming in on It's Beer O'Clock. Let's see, iFomo's loving it. We got Quilly in here. Hey, Chef Yabishki, what's going on, my man? Alexander again. That's a sick setup behind you have behind you, Chef. Yeah, I said the same thing, dude. Like, is that a Lost Origin card holder, or is that Paldea Evolved?
No, Paldea. That's a Paldea.
It's Paldea.
Yeah.
You got the Lambo. You got the Lambo underneath.
Yeah.
You got some cool stuff back there, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Turtles in Time with the Turtles in Time, like the stool. It's amazing.
I got Dan. Where is it? Dan's little card up there. Weedle, Nick.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I have this little Poncho Pikachu Snorlax. That's like my favorite thing. A server at my job, his name's Max. He gave that to me, and I absolutely love that thing so much. You have no idea.
That's awesome. It's right there out front, dude.
Yeah.
Did you end up getting one of those Dan promo cards?
No.
Cards?
No. I need to.
Mine arrived today.
I love PK's eBay on it. That's my favorite thing.
Oh, dude, it's hysterical. The 600 or 420, 69, whatever it is.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Chef gives base set 2 vibes. Damn, Walrus. What the hell, man? No. Stop working like me. You have so much free time. You have so much free time.
Right. I wish I had more free time.
Jeez. I mean, I can only imagine what it's like having to run a back room like that, or a kitchen in a restaurant that size. Because when we went to the one in Charlotte, like that was a big restaurant.
Yeah.
Decent sized.
I will say, like, the team makes it a lot easier. Like I have a bunch of rock stars that work right now. Like we're all on the same page, and it's really good. It's really good right now. So they do make it easy, and I do have a very good like work-life balance or whatever. That's how I'm able to jump in all these chats and do all these things all the time. It's not anything sacrificing at work. It's just works with my time. So
and that's I mean, quality of life goes so far. I mean, I've known other chefs, and I've known horror stories of them just working these crazy hours, never getting away from it, just like living it. So it's good that they have that work-life balance for you there.
Yeah, big time.
Quilly, Chef, what decks did you play back in the day? So what were you playing back when you were playing with your base set 2 cards?
I always build my own decks. I've never been a deck where like I go and get the ones already made or anything like that. Even when I was little, I used to build decks. So I always build my own decks. But back then, I used to play a psychic deck like crazy. I love psychic Pokemon. So I played a psychic deck primarily. And then I had a water deck. I had an electric deck. But mainly, psychic was my go-to. It always won. It was really good. Right now, I'm playing... I'm dabbling with like Godiva a little bit because that deck is a beast. But the Roaring Moon, I have somewhat of a variation of that. But like I said, I always build my own decks. I feel like you have to build your own decks, right? So everybody, there's all these decks, and everybody can just easily grab one and go. But I feel like it's Pokemon, right? It's Pokemon. You're supposed to be like a Pokemon trainer. You're supposed to have like your own little lineup. Not everybody has their own lineup, you know. So I just feel like you got to. I feel like for me, it's frowned upon if you don't. So I feel like it's like a hack or a cheat, but that's a hot take maybe.
the few times I've played the Pokemon card game online, I have only used the pre-constructed decks, and you do get spanked by some people. Yeah. Some of the stuff you're just like, I don't even know how to play the game like that. Like, especially coming from, like, I never played it as a kid, so when I play it on the phone, like, it's very like, I feel like a caveman learning something new when I'm playing it. It's not pretty. I got a couple wins, and when you get the wins, you feel awesome. You're like, oh man, like way smarter than this guy I just played. And then you get brought back down to earth pretty quickly in the next hand. So
yeah,
maybe I'll have to learn that a little bit more. That might go on the list for 2024.
I encourage. I told
learn
Dan,
how to play the game.
Yes, I told Dan they should do a Poke Flips where it's like they learn how to play the game live. It only takes a couple games, and then they'll do it. But I feel like everybody should know, and it also is very helpful with the cards because you don't skip over ones that are very good in the game. So maybe there's a lot of like kind of slept on bulk that I'm like, whoa, hey, no, pull that one out, you know?
Yeah, right. Maybe we'll hold a little buy-in tournament at Casa de Pulaski or Casa de Bierski for
yes.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yes,
we'll get that going. That'll be fun. Let's see. Fresh Tats. What are they cooking?
Everything.
Everything. Alexander. No one runs a better kitchen than Poke Chef.
Thank you.
That's what I'm feeling right now. It's
hey, and you know what? That's a front of the house guy saying that. Of the front of the house, like you wouldn't believe. Like I let my mouth go on that a little bit, and it's just all about getting better. But like for someone in the front of the house to say that, that's awesome. Because I'm the most critical so cool. Front of the house. I think that's normal for any chef.
Let's see. Chevals. Working in a restaurant is something else. Yes. Feels like being in a ship during a storm when there's a long rush.
I always explain it like, imagine going through every human emotion, every shift per day. Right? That's kind of what it is. You're happy, you're sad, you're angry, you're crying, all these things. Every day, every emotion, every shift. That's what working in a restaurant.
Damn. We got Drew. Hey, what's up? What's going on, Drew? Running a full-service restaurant is no easy task.
Oh, man, it's brutal.
Yeah, I've just finished listening to the Pokemon Wonder podcast with Terry Lake, and it's actually very, very good.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's one of the
very
best
good. Like, dude did so much for his life. Interviews. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. He's 58, and I feel like he's lived like such a full life, doing so many different things and so many successful things. Like, it's just super interesting. My man saying like he's buying cards for $11 and selling them for $17, but selling 170 of them in a weekend. And he's like, yeah, it's just like a little bit of money. Like, bro, that's like fucking $800-900 of money. Like, what are you talking about? It's a little money. So the dude's killing it. Like, he is definitely killing it. Respect the hustle. Chevals. Right. Poke Chef, do you like stone crab? All right, so I feel like there's a story here. I'm glad Alexander's in here right now. This is great.
I know he's gonna put me on blast on a lot of things. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the thing with stone crabs, I got upset because I was bringing in all these specials, dude. I was bringing in Wagyu strip loin, king crab, stone crabs, big South African lobster tails, like the 10 to 12 ounce. And then I had scallops. Well, nobody was moving the stone crabs for a while. Like I couldn't keep them. Like everything that I would get, I would sell every day. Well, then it was like everybody started selling everything else and not that. So then I'm like, push stone crabs. And then I stopped doing that. I was like, we're not doing anything till we sell all these stone crabs. So that's why he's saying that right now. Because the last week or two, I'm like, stone crabs. But it's a hard sell in North Carolina. They're a Florida thing. And the first time I did stone crabs, I got humbled very quickly for that because I did not know that was a very native to Florida, South Florida thing.
Okay.
So then this time when I did it, I did like a whole education piece. I did like almost like a report, like a book report on it, and like educated the team and everything like that. And then it went well. It was just like the last thing, but he's trolling me right now because I was going stone crab
pushing
crazy.
that stone crab,
yeah,
man.
I was like sell the stone. But then this guy, he specifically sold a bunch of them. Him and his friend was selling like 10 at a time, 6 at a time, whatever.
There you go. Push the crab.
They're fantastic. I love stone crab. If you guys never had stone crab, eat stone crab.
I've never had stone crab before.
Amazing.
Like I said, the lobster from the restaurant in question was fantastic that day, man. It was so good. I couldn't get over how delicious that lobster tail, South African lobster tail, was fabulous.
Yeah.
Terry Lake, hey, Drew. Chavalis. Let's see. I miss not going to the bathroom whenever I want because it's busy.
That's true. Why? So, dude, I talk to Walrus all the time about like restaurant stuff. Sometimes I'll like vent to him because fun fact, like he's worked and managed at a very high level.
Yes.
These restaurants, and like he gets it. And he like sometimes he'll see me in the chats and like all this stuff, and he's like, I don't know how you do it. Like, what are you doing? You know, but Walrus gets it. Walrus gets it. He gets me. He gets
I found out he was in the restaurant business in Charlotte actually when we were sitting down having dinner that one night. And he was saying how, this is what he like did and like all that. So it's definitely interesting. Yeah. It's good to have a sounding board, especially a sounding board that's not like in your household and like you share other stuff with. So like, it's good like having that because, it could get intense sometimes.
Yeah.
Chef, what Pokemon would you catch and eat? You know you want that Slowpoke tail, baby.
Slowpoke tail would be awesome. Miltank, I think, is an easy go. But Miltank better run because I know how to butcher. I can cut that sucker, break her down, man.
So you've butchered whole carcasses? Have you done the full slaughtering process too?
I haven't done the full slaughtering process, but I can break the whole half of the cow down and all that. And then at where I'm at right now, we butcher every day. So it's something. Yeah, I plan on putting it on Instagram and sometimes some like butchering.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to see that
stuff.
Can you Gordon Ramsay with the blindfold and like cut the chicken apart like with one freaking motion?
I could probably clean a fillet blindfolded.
That's awesome.
I would bet on that. I think I would do that. Yeah.
Oh man. So fun fact, my kid loves Hell's Kitchen. So we sit and watch it all the time. And she does an impersonation of Gordon Ramsay. It brings me to tears, man. It brings me to tears. It's so funny. Like some of the stuff, like she screams, like you'll hear her like through the house, like, "Where's the lamb sauce?" And she just like screams it. It's so funny. So like we cook in the kitchen. Like it's stuff that we do. Like it's definitely a fun thing. Like she loves it though. Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares. Like we went to that one restaurant.
Like him.
Dude, okay. So I know a lot of people don't. I didn't like him until I started watching Hell's Kitchen. First of all, dude cracks me up. It's pure comedy. Like you calling people fucking donkeys and dipshits. Idiot sandwich. Like some of the stuff's outrageous. And like if I was working for him, I would probably stab him. But like watching it on TV is like it's so entertaining. So you like Gordon.
I do. So there's not many chefs I like. I do like Gordon. I do think he's a little bit of like the crazy chef on TV, but for TV. But when you watch his other stuff, like the guy's a really nice guy and he's super knowledgeable. And what I care about, like I want to know that you're knowledgeable and know what you're talking about. And it's not like some other like Food Network chef on there. I don't like a lot of the Food Network people. It's all like butterflies and rainbows. It's not realistic. So I don't like any of that. But Gordon's one that I do actually like, I do respect, and I think he's done a lot, but everybody sees him as like, he's like this lunatic chef, but I could never work for another chef like that again. And I could never talk to somebody like that. I could never talk to another adult that degrading ever.
So you've worked for chefs that were like that. You said earlier,
I worked for chefs that threw stuff at us, used to like hit us, like slap you in the back of the head.
What?
Like, yeah, man, they'd get drunk on the job and lose their mind. This one drunk chef, he was like slapping
Drunk
guys
chef.
and all this stuff. Yeah, he was slapping guys and doing all sorts of crazy stuff one night. And he walked off the line and he was on Expo, and it was just like it was like Hell's Kitchen. Like the chef on Expo, he calls out the check. You got to remember every course, fire this. It was just like Hell's Kitchen setup. It was really fine dining, and yeah, he was going wild one day. So he walked out the line, and I took his tongs and I put it in. It's called a salamander. It's like a broiler, like oven, but it heats really high. So I stuck the end of his tongs in there. And then before he came back, I put in there and he burned his hands. And my God, that guy lost his mind. And he wanted to know who did it so bad. And nobody snitched on me. And we just
that's awesome because everyone had enough of his shit.
Yeah, everybody had enough of this guy. And it was
Did he calm down after that?
No, he was really angry, but he left. He ended up leaving that night. So
Good.
I guess
that was it. You got him out of there.
Yeah.
Oh man, drunk and hurt. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Chefs and the entire line cooks don't get enough credit. It's not easy, and a lot can go wrong day after day.
Amen, Mason. Amen, Mason. You're not kidding, bro. Let me tell you, the industry. I love where I work, but the industry itself it's soul sucking, man. It's brutal. It's not easy. Like nobody cares that you had a death in the family. Nobody cares you have to miss this funeral. Nobody cares if you're sick. Nobody cares. Like people come, they expect food, and they have zero care in the world of what's going on in your life. They come there to eat, they want to pay, they expect this. And you're also in a field where everybody's a critic, right? Everybody's a critic. So it's definitely not easy. I could talk about that all day. I'm super passionate about that. And I feel like there should be a little bit more awareness to what we go on in our lives. And then I have plenty of stories about people I work with that just go like just amazing people. I'll tell you real quick, there's a prep cook I have right now. Her name's Wanda. And oh my gosh, man, I have the utmost respect for this woman. You have no idea. Like this lady comes to work every single day. She'll work like 5-6 days a week, every single day. She's like the happiest person in the whole restaurant. She's like the most awake. She's like on it. She's just tight. She runs a tight shift. She does a great job, all this stuff. And at home, she has a son that's paralyzed, right? And she has to have a nurse cover her so she can work. And this lady every day, you would never think, like just every day just crushes it. And then she'll like feel bad if she has to call out because her nurse called out. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, Wanda, I will have your back every day of the week. Like her situation is so much harder than anything we're doing in the restaurant on any given day, holiday, whatever it is. So like for like people to work through that type of stuff in the industry and it's like, hey, she's got to leave her son. Like that lady was side by side with me on the holiday, Christmas Eve. Like, I mean, that's what the job is. It is what it is, but it's crazy. There's a lot of things and a lot of stories. A lot of everybody who works in the kitchen all kind of has like a little, like kind of a crazy story. A majority of us all have second jobs. Like in the kitchen, it's very common for these guys have 2 jobs every time. They go from one job to the next job and they just crush it every day. It's wild, man. It's really wild. But Mason, amen to that. You're right.
That woman, Wanda, sounds like a gem of a human being.
Bro,
I hope she hears this. Like, you know, that's just what a good person. Like, that's such a tough situation to be in, especially with the kid at home. That's, you know,
Wanda's amazing, man.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Brad G's. Crap, I'm late. What are you doing, Brad? And why are you late? What's going on, bud?
You're out of here. You're late. You're rating
up. Oh, boy,
Brad.
the riffraff is here. Yeah, Brad G's late. Terry the Goat. Let's see. Chevals. I had a Fred burn himself badly with hot cooking oil. Luckily, with insurance, he was able to take almost a year to recover paid in full. He makes culinary TV shows now.
You got lucky with that. Usually we get burned and it's back to work.
Back
on it. Wrap it up and finish your shift.
Pour some Neosporin on it.
That's right.
Oh,
I see Ernesto say, hey, so I'm going to put Ernesto on blast real quick. Secretly, Ernesto is like the biggest critic on everybody's stream, bro. He throws out that yawn emoji like you wouldn't believe. So the goal today is no yawn emoji from Skate Ernesto.
I don't think I've seen a yawn emoji from Skate Ernesto. He's going to throw in there now. We got to
better not do it.
We got to get to him. Let's see.
Yeah,
Alexander again. Working the kitchen can be some of the toughest and most thankless job in the entire restaurant, but those dudes are
yeah,
warriors.
man, it's
Getting a
fun.
shout out. He's selling, not only is he selling stone crab, but he's giving you guys props.
That's
We got
hilarious.
Catch 'em All Collectibles here. 2X Don't Let Me Down.
Man,
Riff Raff Recording for Duty. So after hearing how many people actually listen to content on 2X, I had a I had the 7 hour drive from Canada back home. And then from there, once I got home the next day, I had to drive to North Carolina and back in a day. Or not North Carolina, I'm sorry, Virginia and back in a day. So that was like an 8 hour drive. Dude, I crushed content 2X.
yeah.
It sounds silly at first, but once your ear gets used to it, like you can hear everything that's going on. Because at first I was like, there's no way people listen to this. But they do, because your ear picks up. It's wild. Like the fastest, most crazy speak. My wife heard it. She goes, is that guy's actual voice? I went, no. It's like 2X. It's insane.
That's right.
All you, chef. Terry Lake saying hello. Sheesh, Terry. Yo, you're watching streams during service, chef?
He knows it.
He knows it. He knows it.
Only on my way out though.
Hello there, the dude that makes the videos to highlight Ernie's art. Look at you now opening packs during the dinner rush.
I've never done that during the dinner. I would never like do anything to sacrifice the shift or like the guests or the food or anything. I would never do it, anything like that. If I do anything, if you guys see anything, it's like I definitely have time or report or we're just having fun, or it's like a morale thing. Like me and my food runners or kitchen guys. Like I said, I try to encourage Pokemon a lot. So yeah, I have done like pack openings and stuff. I've actually had a guest come in and open 151 at the table for his birthday. His like family came out. I was like, dude, no way. So I like crack packs at the table.
This is
I was
awesome.
like, I got a pack, you know? So it's awesome. It is fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm interested in this. This is a good one,
yes.
BB. Has
It is a
Chef
good one.
watched The Bear? And if so, what are his thoughts? So give me your thoughts on The Bear, Chef.
The Bear is actually awesome. I love it a lot because it shows you a lot of like the stress of opening a restaurant. Like opening a brand new restaurant is so many hurdles, and bro, it's so hard. I have zero interest in opening my own restaurant only because I'm very well taken care of and set up where I'm at. So it'd kind of be foolish of me to pursue that, where just because of what I got going on now. But the bear is awesome. It shows you like the stress. It shows you the chaos. It shows you a lot of that, like a lot of like how much work, how much like time and like their free time. All those like independent chefs like that. Like these guys are 7 days a week, all day long, morning to night, like sourcing stuff, working on stuff, doing recipes. Like that is a real thing. But I do think the Bear does a fantastic job. I think the Bear, the movie Chef, and the movie Burnt. Those are like my three that I'm like, oh, those are pretty accurate.
Chef with what the hell is that guy's name?
Jon Favreau?
Yes, with his kid, they make the Cuban sandwiches. That's a fantastic movie.
Amazing. That's probably my favorite one.
I love that flick. That's a really good one. So The Bear also like really dig it. They say cousin one too many times. I will say that. Lots of cousin. But that's cool. My favorite part though is when it's Christmas and they do the 7 fishes. Man. And the guy brings the 8th fish in and he goes, "Are you trying to get me fucking killed?" Like, and it was the funniest thing because my wife's family does 7 fishes. And when I first met her, I was like, I don't know what 7 fishes are. They're like, yeah, we do the 7 fishes. It's 7 fishes. And it's just the house stinks like fish and it is what it is. But that scene particularly, like when he brought the 8th fish, he's like, are you fucking with me? Like trying to get me killed here was the funniest thing. Catch 'em All Collectibles. Yes, he is the guy who highlights Ernie's awesome art with videos. Alexander, again, I've learned more about Pokemon from Chef than any other human.
That's probably true.
Making carnitas with our favorite Chipotle cans right now.
Love carnitas. I talk to Quilly all the time too about food. He'll ask me a couple questions here and there. I put him on this smoked sea salt and this smoked olive oil that he's been testing. Yeah, it's awesome stuff. It's good stuff. So I love that.
I love cooking. I think cooking other than Pokemon is my favorite thing to do. Like when I
Yeah.
have downtime, like I love being in the kitchen. I love just like zoning out and doing what I do. Like I make a pretty mean red sauce, I think. I
All
think the
right.
best thing I do is make red sauce. But that's like I love it. Like I love all the prep, I love the chopping, I love it all. It's just like a
Yeah.
good for just me being a schmuck in the kitchen of my house. Like I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
What's up, Nap 90? How you doing, man? Or Nap
What
90?
up?
What's
Yeah.
up? Chef runs a tight ship. I love finding energy cards in the most random spots. I'm glad people are
True.
still finding them. Well, cheers. The crew is in the chat.
What up, crew?
Let's see. You guys rock from
You
Terry.
rock, Terry.
So Brad G says Terry only going to Richmond. So I think Terry's only going to Richmond. I'm glad. Oh, see, right under that. I spoke too soon. Trying to make NJ too. Well, Terry Lake.
Come on, make the Jersey trip, Terry.
Make the Jersey trip. Come party. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a hoot. I cannot wait for the New Jersey Collecticon. I'm so freaking excited about it.
I'm hyped, man.
So excited about it. Let's see, Brad G cards. My New Year's resolution was to meet Terry. So if you're gonna see him in Richmond, or if you're Brad G, are you coming to New Jersey? I got to start asking what people are coming to where, because there's so many people now. I don't know who's going where. I mean, I guess I can look on the Discord thing that we have, the Discord for Collecticons, but I don't think that encompasses everyone that's going. Like that's not just they're going to go there by tables. All right. Shout out to my mom. Hello, mom. How are you?
Mom?
What's up? Hello,
What's
son.
your mom's
Where's the
favorite
new
thing?
shirt? All right. So my mom's maiden name?
No, favorite food.
Oh, favorite food. Oh,
Yeah,
so
what's mom like?
she taught me the red sauce that I like
All
to
right.
cook. So like my Mima, who was my great grandmother, started making the sauce, and my grandmother started making the sauce and taught my mother, and now it's to me, teaching my kid how to make it. But
There you go.
I think the sauce, she used to make a pretty mean pork chop back in the day too. So hi, mom. I'm glad you made it here. The new shirt is behind me on the door. You can see it right there. I looked at it before this live. It's not pressed or anything. So next live, I will have my Christmas present on for the world to see. But thanks for stopping by, Ma. Cheval's NJ sounds nice. No spicy boys going. Let's see. We will meet, Brad. Hey, how did you get a wrench? I gave Brad sneaky wrench privileges last live, I think. Catch Mall Collectibles with his wrench. Let's see. Yeah, you got one too, Danny. Rocket ships. Psychic Gen 1 OP. So,
yes, man.
Chef, favorite Psychic Pokemon Gen 1?
Haunter.
Haunter?
Yeah, Haunter all day.
Nice. Right on.
Love
All right,
Haunter.
favorite Psychic Pokemon of all time? Is it still Haunter?
Probably. I like the Haunter Gengar lineup, but Haunter the most.
Yeah. Haunter's cool. I always liked Haunter more than Gengar. He just seemed like more mischiefy, and he would lick you and people paralyzed. It's pretty awesome. just fall over.
Yeah.
Been a while since I've seen someone drink from a paper bag covered bottle. Chef not giving free publicity.
It's cold, man. It's cold where I'm from. You gotta do it. It's brown bag. You get the honeys in the brown bag.
I kind of want. We should
roll.
play. Guess the alcohol. Like we let everyone down below. We see it's a green bottle. Yeah. Guess what beer or malt beverage my man is drinking. Yeah. I would let. So if someone gets it, we'll get to it. We'll figure it out. See, I told you Dan was licking his lips about the smoked brisket.
Fat cap up, baby.
That's it. Cap up. What's cooking? Hey, Grimer, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by.
Grimer's the man, Chef, too. He cooks.
We have 26 people watching right now. That's the highest ever on this channel. That's big stuff. It feels good. That's great. Thank you, everyone, for watching. 27. I really appreciate it. This is awesome.
There you go.
Okay, place your bets. Dan versus Nick showdown.
And what, cooking?
Nick will lose unless coached by chat. Grimer, flying into Allentown might be the big brain strat. So yeah, anyone that is flying to Jersey, since Edison's kind of not by Newark, it's kind of in the middle of the state in a weird spot. If you fly into Allentown, Pennsylvania, in the Lehigh Valley, I think it's Lehigh Valley International Airport. Much easier to get around from there, less congested, not as many flights, but you'll definitely be able to get a flight into Lehigh International Airport. So definitely give that a shot. That's great advice, Grimer.
Hey, Walrus is not lying on that one, man.
Oh man, say anything for a shift meal. Shake my head.
Oh, I need this on the fly. Oh, I messed up this. Oh, can you do? Yeah, they're sneaky. The front of the house guys are sneaky for food, man.
Do you know how to play the game, Walrus? So I'm guessing he's saying, yeah, the card game. No. Eloquent. I love it, Walrus. I will learn one though. Have to learn to read first. No, well, that's why you should collect more Japanese cards. You can't read English anyway. It's all right. You'll be good. Oh shit! Basic Trainer's in the house, my man. So he is the MVP of 2023 and 2024. 24-hour live stream. Mr. Basic Trainer crushed it. I was happy to hop on. It was a great hour. Like I loved being there. It was fun. Thank you for the invite, Basic. I'm glad that you had as many people hop on. I think you said there was around 30 people that popped on, 20 to 30 people. So, I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome. Really pumped about that for you. That was a big thing. It's going to be hard to one up that one in the YouTube Pokemon sphere. For
he did a great job too. Like that guy, he sat there the whole time. I thought he was going to be
every time I hopped on. Like I hopped on early in the morning on the first. Like he was still on. Ernie was there a bunch too. Ernie was Ernie was crushing it. I was talking back and forth with Ernie the other day. He was dropping some artist knowledge on me from Pokemon cards. Dude, he just kept going. Like it was pretty impressive that you guys did this. So Basic Trainer, thank you again. That was an awesome idea.
Awesome.
Great everything.
Taco
awesome Bell. Well, what was that, Chef?
Super awesome for the hobby.
Oh, super awesome for the hobby. And I think Walrus said like how pumped he was, or like how great it was that everyone was like hopping on, like all the love that was shown. Like it's so cool that people hop in. Like and it's something like that. Like I don't know many other hobbies where all these people are getting onto something like that. Like I've not heard of one. So keep it up, Basic. I'd love to see more stuff like that. Taco Bell or Wendy's?
Wendy's all day. I don't do Taco Bell at all. My wife is Mexican, so if I went to Taco Bell, she would have my head. It would not work out at all. But I don't do Taco Bell like
I'd say Wendy's out of those. I'd say Wendy's out of those two, but Burger King's better, and Burger King's even more better now because I know Terry Lake was a manager at one. So fuck yeah, Terry! Like I love it.
Well, Basic Trainer, I want to know if he ever went and had the Wendy's breakfast. I was hyping up the Wendy's breakfast a lot, so calling it the luxury fast food breakfast. But I kept saying it is. They have like the best menu. They have for breakfast. They have the best menu, but they don't execute as good as like McDonald's breakfast. McDonald's is like king of the breakfast because their execution is amazing. But Wendy's breakfast, when it's done right, they're by far superior. By far.
I dislike fast food breakfast. I've never been a big fan. Dunkin' Donuts breakfast is garbage. And that's where I get my coffee from. Like I hate McDonald's coffee. I think it tastes terrible. It's like burnt, awful, whatever they got going on. Egg McMuffins are cool, I guess. I think the best thing is Burger King French toast sticks.
Wendy's has French toast sticks. No.
Do they really?
And it's like legit French toast just sliced in like strips. It's like, it's not like your traditional French toast sticks. I'm telling you, I'll hype up Wendy's.
All right, hype it up. I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
let's see. Cheval's learning to play the game after spending $100K. Can I see some clickbaity titles? Squirtle soup. I don't know. Terrapin soup. Not really doing it for me.
I'll keep Squirtle with the saxophone. I like
Sharpedo fin soup. iPhone, a pumpkin hole or diced.
Pumpkin hole or dice.
Quillfish fugu. Let's see. Chef, can you make me fugu without killing me?
I probably could, but I won't do it.
Oh, and is that the
I believe that's
the stuff from the puffer fish?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is, yeah.
You ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Homer eats it?
No.
Oh man, so there's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer eats. They go to a Japanese restaurant. He eats the puffer fish, and then I guess the guy thinks that he fucks it up. So Homer thinks he's gonna die. So he sits downstairs like by himself in this robe. It's so sad. Marge goes upstairs, goes to bed, thinking he's gonna die. She goes downstairs and he's like dead on the chair he's sleeping in. And she touches the drool that's coming off of his face, and it's still warm. So that's how she knows that he's alive. And it's like the weirdest episode. Like, the whole episode was him eating some freaking bad fish, and then they try and kill Homer, and he's not really dead. It was so fucked up. Rachel Ray.
Don't like Rachel Ray. Boo.
I don't think a lot of people like. How do you feel about Martha? Martha Stewart.
No,
I know we're getting. She's friends with Snoop, though.
I know. I like that. I like that she's
Snoop
like
loves her.
Bro, they love each other. That
she
is
went to jail.
that
She
is
wasn't
crazy.
Like, all right, she didn't snitch.
I know.
That's
I like her for
she went to
that.
jail.
I like her for that.
So Snoop loves that shit.
Yeah.
She knows how to keep her mouth shut.
Snoop
Legendary Pokemon
cool things.
Oh, what was that?
Snoop is doing cool things. He just signed like a mariachi band to Death Row. That was pretty crazy. That's pretty awesome.
Snoop's wild.
Yeah.
He told everyone he wasn't smoking anymore, but he was full of shit. It was just for something else.
Right.
Like, I was like, there's no way that man stops.
Come on, Snoop? Nah.
Legendary Pokemon meat was believed to have magical hearing virtues, which is why they all went extinct. Possibility. Kyogre probably tastes elite.
For real, he's not lying.
Mr. Walrus, true 5% consignments available. I love how we still keeping that name.
I know.
Still love the people that come in on holidays asking why we're open and we should close while your ass is here spending money.
Amen.
Yes. I think that's every service industry. I worked at GameStop for years and worked many Christmas Eve shifts and had those same people come in. People coming in asking for Christmas miracles. Some real crazy shit happened around the holidays. Those strangest people would come in during those times.
Yep.
Wanda is the best. The family meals she makes are always top tier. I'm glad that we're getting some Wanda love in there. So she makes some good family meals.
Wanda's incredible. Yeah.
I love it.
Awesome. I love my whole team. Shout out to my whole kitchen. They're awesome. Front of the house too. Give you guys a shout out, servers. Being nice.
That's awesome. I once had a server call me out because he couldn't find his shoes.
Bro, servers call out for anything. For anything. They're like, oh, it's raining. Are we open? Oh, you know what? I can't make it. It's raining hard. You're like, all right.
Your whole job's to serve, though. You got to be there to make the money, right? Like,
I know. They're so funny. They're mad when they don't get tables. They're mad when they have tables. There's no winning.
Felipe De Souza finally caught up to live. Love the energy and passion, Chef. We need to share some battle stories one day.
Anytime.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
I think I'm still going to ask Chef his craziest. You know what? Perfect segue. What's the craziest shit that's happened to you in a restaurant?
I got two.
Okay.
One, it was actually the same restaurant, the one that's on the Intercoastal in Brickell, Miami. That place was wow. There's one where I went to open one day. And as I'm walking inside, like when you come down the street, it's a dead end, and it's just this fancy like condo, like just rich people. And then you're on the Intercoastal, and then it's our crummy restaurant at the bottom of this place. So there's only one street in, and you can only park by valet or something like that. So, anyways, I'm walking in, and it's like the patio first, and then the doors. As I'm walking in, it's like the loudest bang and commotion I've ever heard in my life. And I was like, what in the world? I turn around. It was some lady who like jumped off the high rise and committed suicide.
Oh,
and like
shit.
she hit a bench and like pancaked and went everywhere. And I was just by myself holding keys, like, oh my gosh. And I'm
and this happened like you saw this.
Bro, I heard oh, wham, and I'm just like, what? And and then I just froze. I was like, oh my, like you're just in shock. You just can't believe what you're seeing. And I'm just standing there and like I'm by myself and I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then like obviously like police and everything come. The crazy thing is like the owner wanted to open. I'm like, bro, there's
sorry, Joe. I'm going home.
Like, yeah, I was like, this is the most craziest thing. And then I got stuck there because I was kind of like a witness or whatever. So like I was there all day, and the hardest part is like, bro, watching the family come and identify it was like brutal to watch, man. And that was like a crazy story. And the funny thing is like that was a common thing at that high rise because it happened like a couple other times after that. And it was wild. But that was one. The same place, same thing. I went to open one day and then all I hear is like music blasting, like all this commotion. I'm like, what is going on? And it's like the bar manager and this other bartender who never went home from the night before, and they ended up getting like coked up and hammered at the same time. So then like I go there and there's like flour everywhere in like front of the house.
Really flour?
And everything. Yeah, no, it was flour. And I'm like, what are you doing? And the bartender man, he's drunk and wasted, and he's like, I'm making brioche. And I'm like, what? So then I'm like, you guys got to clean this up, you know? So then I go in the back. They grabbed some homeless guy in the back. This homeless guy's in the kitchen, like just, he's thinking he's cooking, but he's wasted too. And he's just got stuff everywhere. And I'm like, who is this guy?
Was he cooking the brioche?
No, he was trying to make eggs Benedict. And I'm like, he doesn't know what that even is. He doesn't know what eggs Benedict is. This guy doesn't. He's just back there having a great time. This guy's in a warm place with food and like drugs and alcohol. Like, this guy's having a blast. So he's
Jason Paged out of his mind back there.
Yes, exactly. Imagine that. That's exactly like this guy. Imagine Jason Page is in the back of the. So I go to open like a normal day, and these two guys are wasted, going crazy. There's flour everywhere, and then this other lunatic is in the back just hawking pans and like doing, I don't even know what the heck this guy's doing. And then, but yeah, it's like this homeless guy, they're like, he's making eggs Benedict. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no, just everybody out. Everybody go right now. I got it. You guys get out of here. And I like kick everybody out and do all that. That was one of the most like bizarre things I've seen. Those are like my two like
wild.
Yeah, crazy.
The homeless guy in the back. I wasn't expecting that.
No, it was so bizarre.
Did you guys open?
Later, after we cleaned it out, yeah, no choice. We had
clean
no
the
choice.
homeless out of the back.
Yeah, but I did. I had to like clean up flour. I was so mad.
Oh man, that's wild.
What are you gonna
Skater
do?
Nesto, my man.
No yawns. I think there is no yawn. He better not.
BB is coming on. Oh. iPhone, your staff becomes your family. The restaurant becomes your second home.
That's very true. Sometimes your first home, right?
Just because you work there, not because you love it. Laugh my ass off. Oh no!
No, Ernesto, what are you doing, man?
The next comment.
One goal. Come on.
And he smile cries first about it.
I know. Come on.
Cheval's, he received oil on the face too. They had to transplant skin. Oof.
That's wild.
I know a buddy who worked at M&M Mars, so I live close to where M&Ms are made in New Jersey. They're from Hackettstown, New Jersey. And again, name that bottle. And he got burned up by some peanut oil pretty bad, and he had multiple transplants of skin. So that's got to be crazy.
That is crazy. Oil, steam, and sugar are like the worst.
Oh my God! So this is my father-in-law. What's up, Bob? Yes. This is awesome. Yes. How's it going? So this is one of the greatest men I know. My father-in-law is a gem. He was a coach for many, many years. He was a D1 soccer player. Just a stud. Like he's great. He's been nothing but good to me ever since I met him. So I love you, Pop. Thank you for being here. I
What up?
appreciate
What
it.
up?
Nice having you on a live. Oh, feeling the love tonight. That's awesome. We got Poke Knowledge cards in here. PK, what's up, my
Hey,
man?
PK.
I have my Cook full art from Lost Origins signed by Chef.
Yes.
He does. So that was there it is. So saw it on the Instagram when he posted it. But yeah, that was awesome. Chef signed it. It's great to have you in here on a live, PK. Thanks for
Love
stopping by.
PK, bro. I'm happy he still has that. That's awesome. Thank you, PK.
Oh, excuse me, Skater
He's a good
Nesto.
guy.
Let's see, Walrus. Did you tell him to buy new shoes? That's what they told me. Just gotta let people go at that point. Yeah, I mean, if you can't have your shoes, and that's why
for
you're
real.
now, like you misplaced them.
Tell him to go across the street and go get some. Go get shoes. There's a Target right there.
Clearly, chef tips. At that point, must have been a lousy worker. Shame how lazy people are. Some people are. It's a shame. It's coachable though too. You can coach the lazy out of some people. They just don't know better. Seen it in my business before. Just green. Let's see. Brad G Cards planning on going to New Jersey. I love hearing it. I love it. That's great, Brad. Oh, so we got Catch One. Hi, Mama Beerski. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it, man. Mad Homies linked to Collecticon Discord. Yeah, there's so many people in it now. Oh, Dan. Hearts. Thank you, my man. Thank you so much.
What a sweetheart, Dan.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Catch them all collectibles of this. So here you go. So anyone that wants to be in the Collecticon Discord, Dan has it up right now. You can click it and go for it. Brad G is calling Dan out about not working, but Brad G was late coming here. So I don't know what the deal is. You two need to just hug and make up already. Every live, just daggers being thrown at each other. It's crazy. Poke Knowledge card. Right. Shout out to the moms of the hobby. Absolutely, Poke Knowledge. We wouldn't be here without them. I wouldn't be here without my mother, especially because she called me about the Pokemon craze when it was happening in 2020. She goes, "Do you have those cards still?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And then I found out that Logan Paul was shilling stuff, and it was just crazy. And brought me back in a phone call from my mother one day. It's really wild. Mom's red sauce. Yeah, absolutely. It's Mom's red sauce. And for years, I couldn't cook it right. And she just kept saying, if it doesn't taste right, add more seasoning. And I would add more seasoning. And she goes, no, Kevin, you've got to add more seasoning. And like one time she's like, Kevin, just put more seasoning in it. And once that really, I was like, okay, this makes so, there's always like tomato sauce is just terrible by itself. It's real not great. But the seasoning is really the way she did it. Skunk beer.
I know everybody gives me a hard time about my beer.
Oh,
everybody gets it. Well, I don't care. It's cold. It's home team. That's back home. That's what we do.
All right, Heineken. That's definitely not a Heineken. That's not Heineken green bottle. So I know it's not Heineken in there. Is it Heineken?
It is Heineken.
Oh shit! No way! I was so wrong. Fuck.
Cheers.
All right, iFOMO killing it. That man drinking a fancy Sprite. Damn. Haunter, so much better in the show. Yeah, dude, like Haunter's going around, he's licking people. Awesome. People, their eyes, they get the squiggly lines on their cheeks and their like fucking eyes go white. It's crazy.
I like Snorlax too. Snorlax is my guy.
I'm a big Snorlax fan. So my daughter has a huge, the thing has to be, I'm going to say it's like 4 feet tall by 3 feet wide. And it's just gigantic Snorlax plushie up there that's stuffed with like pillows and all this stuff. It's so freaking big. It's wild. Really cool. Best restaurant movie, Waiting. So Waiting is a top-notch movie.
It is. It's hilarious.
So funny. Like Justin Long's hysterical in it. Dane Cook's in it as one of the line cooks. He gives alfalfa sprouts to people. Like it's just it's so gross and so good.
It is.
Not Skater Nesto like Chef. He's cool, but he was young before.
No yawns, bro.
Crimer was right too. Chef drinking
Yeah.
Heineken.
I know. I'm
Can't believe
sorry.
I was wrong. It just didn't look like that green bottle.
I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry.
Waiting is the goat.
Yeah.
Yawn. Talk too much. Dan talk.
Bro, he's the biggest critic, bro.
All right, so definitely thank you to
That's
Green
right.
Shiz.
Hit the like button.
Please hit the like button down below. All right, so speaking of hitting the like button, I've been teasing this for a couple weeks now. I'm gonna bring it up right now. Actually, let's see. Boom. All right.
Boom.
So I said in the last live with Mertz that I was gonna select the winner for the CGC Pristine 10 SVP 001 traditional Chinese card. I had that all set up. So anyone who left a comment on the last live is entered into this giveaway. So I'm going to go ahead and press start, and we're going to see who wins this bad boy.
It's going to be Dan.
Oh, it's
no yawns. No
Ernie
yawns.
gets it, and you're yawning the shit out of us right now, Ernie, and you're going to win the card. So that's Skater Nesto. And he literally wrote his entry was enter giveaway he. So there you go, buddy. You won yourself a CGC Pristine 10 SVP 001 Pikachu. You know how to contact me. Send me your info so I can ship this bad boy out to you. All right, Skater. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you've done for me in the channel, like coming on when I didn't have a guest the one time. So I'm pretty happy it's going to you. But thanks a lot, Skater. And I hope you enjoy the card. All right, awesome. Going back to here we go. All right. Now I got to find where I was. Hit the like button. Corona, definitely not Corona.
No.
Definitely Heineken. Pulling it out of his bottle.
Coronas. Right.
Oh my God, he's yawning again. Look at this.
No, what is wrong with you?
I'm gonna rerun this. I'm gonna rerun it.
He's home team. I think isn't he South Florida guy like me? Home team, Ernesto. Come on.
Have bat wings been shown in the kitchen?
No.
Bat wings.
I know.
Oh shit, bat wings. I was thinking for a second, bat wings. So you've never seen a bat or an Abraham Lincoln?
Hilarious.
You've never seen any of those?
No.
I love when he's just sitting there, like hanging upside down, waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
That's the best shit. Talk about Dan, then Dan goes live later. Man, yeah. So after this, so 10 o'clock, Dan's going live tonight. Everyone who's here and wants to continue the live experience, please move on to Dan's live.
Yeah, we're going to Dan's.
Can't get away from the dude. He's everywhere. Man's killing it. Selling promos. People are loving it. I got my promo, so I didn't have him sign mine. So I'm going to get him at one of the Collecticons to sign it. Maybe he'll do something other than, how he's signing. Just regular non-script. Just catch them all collectibles. Maybe we'll do something fancy because it's an in-person thing. Skater Nexo, Chef, what is your exit scam strategy? So how are you scamming your way out of everything?
I don't know. I want to get out of the chef world one day, some way, somehow. But
full-time Pokemon question mark?
I would love that, but I don't know if Pokemon can do what I have going on right now. I'm just like I said, I'm very well taken care of. I got a lot of benefits. I've been in the company 10 years, so I got a lot of stuff stacked up. So it's hard to leave something like that, but ideally I would love to leave the restaurant industry as a whole. Just because, like I said, the restaurant industry is just tough. It's just tough. But like I said, I love where I'm at. I have a good little situation, but ideally, yeah, like I would love to do Pokemon, and it's kind of what's driving me a little bit to really go all in on it right now. With flipping and doing all that stuff, I was like trying to collect more because I'm very passionate about the cards. I love the cards, and again, I've been around since the Gen 1 and all that stuff, so I do have a lot of like respect for them in the game and like everything. I really do. It's hard. And when I was first selling cards, it was also I was selling cards because I had to, not because I wanted to. And man, it hurt my feelings every time, bro. Every time I hurt my feelings selling the card, but I needed it. I needed to come up with money to buy the house that I'm in now, and at that time, and I was doing that. But yeah, if there's a way to get out of the chef world to do Pokemon full time, I would love to do that. If I could just flip to make extra cash or flip to collect, that's cool too. I do at the same time. I like Pokemon as a hobby. I do like it as a hobby. I don't know. I don't know.
How big of a collection did you have? I know you just mentioned selling some of it to buy the house. So did you
Yeah,
have some big heavy hitters that you had tucked
I
away that
did,
you
man.
talk to us? Let
I
us know what
had
you had.
I had a lot of Team Rocket. I still have like my Dark Charizard and everything. I'm actually gonna send it to get graded. Everybody that looks at it is like, you should grade it, you should grade it. I don't think it'll hit, I don't think it'll 10 though. That's why I'm always hesitant, but for sure it'll 9. I don't know if it'll 10. Maybe it'll 10, but I don't know. But I had that. I had like the Neo Umbreon, the first print of Umbreon. That was like pristine. And then I definitely had a pristine. It's a low pop card, but the black promo Venusaur. I forget where you got that from. It was like Nintendo Power Magazine or something like that. Like I had that super clean, and I ended up selling that raw for like 300. I know it's like 100 raw right now, so that was like the only reason why I kind of like parted ways with that one. But I did. I had just some like exclusive like promo, like old stuff like that. But I was able to make a couple grand off of a handful of cards to be able to come up with the rest of what I needed for the house. It was nice. So it
Yeah,
worked.
dude. And listen,
I'm
like it's cool that a hobby can afford you something like that. That was just a hobby, allows you to, you know, throw money into something that's important for you and your family. Like
yeah.
I think that's the goal for a lot of people, you know, just providing for your family and making sure they're taken care of and stuff. And I know we do all this is for fun and hobby wise, but like it would
Yeah.
be nice like to be able to extract money out of the hobby like in the
Yeah.
future. Like right now I'm not. Like everything kind of just rolls back into itself. But
That's
one
kind of
day,
where I'm at.
yeah,
Everything that I'm making is going right back in.
that's it. And listen, it's slowly but surely, like you said earlier, like this year you really want to learn. Like that's how I
Yeah.
felt last year. That's how I'm going to feel this year. Like I just want to keep learning as much as I can. Like
Yeah.
attend these lives, watch any video that's on that you don't know something. Like I'm listening to people now that I never thought I'd listen to, but I haven't been listening to, and now I'm starting to like open up my like horizons a little bit more. Like I found my crew. Like this is my crew. You guys are my crew. Like I love all of you
Yeah.
guys. Like it's great. Like you're my guys and girls. But like it's nice seeing like outside like stuff too, like other things that people are saying. So like I've just been kind of like bouncing around a little bit more with the YouTube stuff. Let's see. Grimer Collects down to help cook some up at the
Hey,
Beerski
that'd be
Bash.
awesome.
Hell yeah, man.
Dude, Grandma,
Beerski
let's
Bash,
get
I'm
it.
telling you, a day of river, a day of grilling, camping, fire, there's a ton of fun. Quates. I don't know if any of you know what those are. Only the people around Jersey and Pennsylvania quates. So it's like horseshoes, but it's
I
on
know nothing about quates.
it's on a slate board, and it's kind of angled, and you throw these rubber rings at it, and there's a little peg sticking out of the middle.
That's kind of like cornhole, right?
It's like cornhole, but not like cornhole, and it's like horseshoes, but not like horseshoes. It's literally just in the slate belt of the U.S. where these things come from. It's a slate board, and it's thick. It's got to be probably 1.5 inches thick. This piece of slate is, so it's pretty wild. The green shiz at Pokéknowledge cards. I showed Dan the goat one time, and he started blushing. Oh man, Skater Nesto. Oh God, don't bring up the artist, dude. Nesto was sending me some stuff, bro. Like Skater, Ernie was killing it. Like he was like, just look at this. It was one of his favorite artists. I don't remember the name now. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick so I can do it justice. Let's see. It is, oh man, so much stuff that we talked about. What's her name? Asuko Nishida. So some of the cards that she's done are absolutely beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful cards. And the one Charizard he showed me was wild. And what a pretty card. Like it's cool seeing what people are like into and people are looking
Yeah.
at. Like, and I love E series stuff. It's mostly a
Yeah.
lot of it was
Like
E
E
series.
series
Like,
awesome.
I love the E series stuff. Really does it
Like
for
that
me.
Blastoise. That Blastoise that swims at you. You commented about
Oh,
that.
and Aquapolis, the Aquapolis
Is it
one.
Aquapolis?
Yeah,
I
I
can't
think it's
remember.
Aquapolis. Yeah, yeah, he's swimming at you angry.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
like it's such a cool freaking card. And
It
I think
is a
there's a
cool card.
Gyarados one that's similar to that where he's swimming at you angry too. Like I
Yeah,
like those action shots of the Pokemon.
me
They're
too.
actually they're very cool. Mexican wife, dude Grail. Chef, sounds like you got married to get that recipe.
Abuelita recipe.
Abuelita recipe. Okay, you go. See.
But I will say I learned how to make enchilada sauce for my wife and her mother. But if I make that at work or something, or my wife finds out about that, yo, she gets mad. She's like, "You
Oh,
cannot
really?
make that for someone." Yeah, she
Oh,
she
that's
don't
family.
like that.
That's family only stuff.
It is, but I crush it when I make it. I crush it. I do it so good too. But she's like, "No, no,
Don't make it
no,
anymore.
no."
She doesn't need to know.
I know,
You
I
just
know.
make it. People
I
taste it. It's all good.
know. Yeah.
Grimer collects. Big brain. Let's debate fast food again. The 24 hours just seemed too short.
Bro, from the start to finish was like fast food, fast food, fast food, fast food.
It's great. Yeah, Walrus, we could keep debating. I don't think Wendy's is the best. I'm sorry. I will fight you over that, Walrus. It's definitely not
It's better than McDonald's and Burger King. I think Wendy's is better than those
But
three.
Wendy's, man, those Baconators.
Yeah.
You remember how greasy those things would run through you so fast. You ate it, and it was like a pup being a puppy. Like, oh, the grease already made it down there. Like that. Those things were brutal. Got to do what you got to do for the spices. The chef work at a Wendy's.
I've never worked at Wendy's. Never.
A toast stick with the chili. So I don't know if I can do.
Chill
I
out.
don't know if I can do that. Like,
Can't
maple
do
syrup,
that.
maybe. I'll go
That's
honey. even.
wild.
But chili.
I'm not doing no French toast stick with chili, man.
Pufferfish contain neurotoxins to stop your neurons from firing, hence paralysis or death. Well, Homer was
Nice.
pretending because he was just laying on the couch, drunk, drooling. So that's Flippy D'Souza is the GOAT.
He's awesome.
Why am I picturing the Ocean View Hotel in Vice City when Chef talks about this place?
It was like that, bro. It was beautiful. Bro, that restaurant was crazy. And like celebrity, because it's on the intercoastal, celebrities will pull up thinking it's like something fancy. And then they'd be like, all right, let's get out of here.
Oh, they like
But
walk
like
in
Mark
and peace out?
Anthony, Mark Anthony pulled up on his yacht and like, he doesn't talk to anybody, but he like went in there, poked around, and he was like, and then we ended up putting food on his boat or whatever, but he ended up leaving. But it was,
He wanted food. He just didn't want to sit in there.
Yeah, no, not happening.
Smelled like cocaine, flour, and homeless people. not from Mark Anthony. I don't know.
That guy, that owner was so crazy too. He was a party animal. This guy, like, I was the only cook in the whole restaurant. And he pulled me out one time. He's like, let's go to Fat Tuesdays on South Beach. And I was like, you're the bot. Like, all right.
Okay.
So like me and him, like there's no cook, there's no chef, nothing in the restaurant. The restaurant's still open. And me and the owner are at like Fat Tuesdays on South Beach, pounding like margaritas and like
That's
daiquiris.
fantastic.
Yeah. It was wild.
It was just a shit show.
It was. That place was wild. Good stepping stone though.
Hey, listen, it got you to where you were, and all you had to do was go right next door.
It did.
It's a win.
Yeah.
Flippy, loving some Chavalis. Whiteness sounds like a perpetrator to me. Oh, Walrus. Oh, my God. Oh, some of this shit is hysterical.
Love it.
Let's see. Shout out to the father-in-laws of the hobby. Yeah, dude, I can't believe he stopped by. That's awesome. So he goes like, I can watch a little bit, but I can't watch 2 hours of Pokemon content yet. And I was like, all right, man. Like, I get it. Like, I 100% get it. It's a lot, especially when you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he showed up. That's awesome. All right, Alexander. Chef is always going on about how much better North Carolina food culture is than
He's
Florida.
such a
While we all know
liar.
he's right, he never stops talking about it.
He's such a liar. He's trolling me again. Very opposite. I'm always like, there's no culture here. There's no diversity here. We need food. We need this, that. I'm always talking about that. So yeah, he's trolling me right now because I do say Florida does it better with food and diversity and multiple cultures, and the multiple cultures there execute it very well. So we have all that going, and then here it's just like,
Barbecue.
yeah, and some of it's good, some of it's not,
You
and
have to
it's
go.
like,
You have to go. So I love like Appalachia, like definitely hike Appalachian Trail sections. Like I love hiking it. My wife and I went there for our honeymoon. Went to the Great Smoky Mountains. Um, but there are some shacks in North Carolina in the backwoods, man, that are barbecue shacks. Some of the best
yeah,
barbecue you'll ever have in your
yeah,
life.
mine.
It's so good. Like shack, I'm telling, like the size of the room I'm sitting in, and it's just like it's so good. It's crazy what you find in the backwoods, like in some of those spots that you just would never drive through unless you went to those spots specifically. So like some of that barbecue is wild out there.
Yeah.
Um, I'm glad in New Jersey that we have an identity with food too. Like it's definitely like a lot of Italian stuff, but there's so many different cultures. Like Portuguese food up in like the Newark area is fantastic. Patterson, like places like that. Like some of the food you get around here is insane.
There's only like a few spots you can go to down here, and there's like one downtown, and there's a couple popular chefs in the area. I think one is better than the other, but there's not much. And if I'm going anywhere in the area, there's a chef in the area, Scott Crawford, and I think he does it the best. He's phenomenal. His restaurant's called Crawford and Sons. It's downtown, and I went there with two other executive chefs they were trying to poach me, um, to kind of jump
Huh.
ship. Yeah. So I went there. We
Chef's a
ended up,
wanted man.
yes. Um, they we ordered everything on the menu, the whole menu, and I was blown away most by his vegetarian dishes. I'd never seen somebody do them so well, and to me, it was better than the proteins and the entrees and everything. I was floored. I'm still shocked by it. And then come to find out, his wife is vegan or vegetarian, so that's how he got so good at it. But yeah, it's not often that you go to a restaurant for me that I get impressed or I enjoy it or have a good time. And that was one that was probably like the best time I've had in a very long time at a restaurant. But he does a very good job.
Wow. Yeah. So my
Yeah.
wife's a vegetarian, so I
Oh, that's
get that.
incredible.
So like
Mhm.
I've made her like mole sauce before, like enchiladas, like try different
Yeah.
stuff, like just to like very limited. Like we do a lot of like portobello mushrooms, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, just try and like, spice it up a little bit with certain different things here and there. A lot of pastas and whatnot, but it's hard like finding really good vegetarian food. Um, so it's crazy like coming from you that you were that impressed by it. Like that's I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you also like are you like do you go out to restaurants and stuff or do you kind of stay like away from them because you're in them all the time? Like is it something you
A
do or like
lot. I stay out. I stay out. I don't want nothing to do with the restaurant on my off time. And then again, when you go, it's like you have the eye. So I'm like, hey, why are they? This is wrong. This is wrong. Why is this happening like this? Or you go and you're just like, I want this, but let me just go back there and make it myself, and then I'll come back to my table. Like you can't do that. So
yeah.
it's like the gift and the curse of like chef life a little bit. You don't really want a lot to do with restaurants, and then when you go, it's kind of like like you're
Yeah.
unintentionally like heavily critical of what's going on over there. Um,
Oh, because it's
but
your
when you find
everyday.
yeah, but when you find the one that's good, it's awesome. And then I like cooking and doing the wine and dine and the fancy and all that. But for me, like, bro, let me hit a bunch of food trucks. Like, I just want like awesome, good food. I don't care about the razzle dazzle. I just want awesome food. That's it.
Delicious
By
tasting.
like good people. I love it when it's like super good people, or like when I go back and I go back, and it's the same people, same people, same people. Like I like that stuff. I like the people behind it too. That's important to me.
Skater Nesta saying your story about the homeless guy, cocaine and flour is crazy.
Yeah,
So that's
I had to live it.
I'm gonna tell that story like I lived it now to
No,
people that don't. That's wild, dude.
it's crazy.
We got number one mod in the game is
Number
here.
one mod in the
Drew
game.
is here. Yo, PK, how you doing? My man is just chilling. He's got sore
Finally.
fingers from cracking slabs.
Yeah, dude. That is wild,
That's
bro.
some wild stuff, huh?
Wild.
Wasn't expecting that. Watching it, he was like, "Oh yeah, we're getting the podcast back together, and I'm gonna pull out this hair dryer thing, and I'm gonna melt this fucking slab and prove to everyone it's so insane." So listen, like you should definitely contact CGC PK and get your commission on this because you figured it out. Like something's going on. It's insane that you did that. It's insane that it cracked so easily. Definitely surprised by it all. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping it doesn't do too much. I was reading some of the comments in the Discords and whatnot. People saying like the amount of effort you have to go through to do it and whatnot. Is it going to be worth it? Will it pass authentication processes? I don't know how you feel about it, Chef. I really don't think it's going to do too much, but I could be wrong. He could have just opened Pandora's box for grading, changed grading forever. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a little scary. I do think like Mason and a couple of the other guys, they're always like, hey, if you're watching this channel, you're like in the 1% or whatever. So I do think maybe we got that going for us a little bit. Like hopefully there's that, but I do think it could get pretty scary. Like you're talking about a real slab with a real certificate on it too. Like, man, that's tough stuff. You really got to look at your stuff. That night was funny too because like out of nowhere he's like, oh yeah, I got a heat gun, and he's like,
yeah,
right there. Like he just posted it, like, who's got a heat gun right there? I think I typed in the chat. I'm like, PK's rivaling any woman with a large purse. Like, how do you just have this heat gun? But yeah, he like that was incredible.
It was
like
incredible.
I do think it's wild.
The triangles, like that was my biggest thing. Once he started talking about the triangles on the CGC slabs, like that, I was like, okay, like because I thought those were like little locking devices too. Like I'm surprised they're so easy to pry open. Even the crack slabs, like the fact that they open as easily as they do, like is crazy. So now that you can open them like that, like that's so we'll see. We'll see what that does to the market. Like you just said, the 0.01% of everyone are in here right now. So it's not like it's, although I don't know, maybe Rattle makes a video and it goes on Reddit or something. You never know what happens. It's possible.
You never know Rattle too, man.
Drinking some Colt 45, Chef. It is indeed Heineken. I was wrong. So wrong.
Like I said,
tomato
shout out to the brother. Shout out to the brother, man. And the whole team. Brown bag, that's what we do, man. Stick to the roots. Don't care.
You ever play Edward 40 Hands, Chef?
No, I don't even know.
Oh, I've one time. It's not a fun game.
Is that a Collecticon Jersey game?
How has @BeerC Collects not given the wrench to the number one mod in the game? Does he even YouTube? For you, PK, Drew is now going to be a wrench.
He should be. Number one mod in the game.
Number one mod in the game is wrenching it up. Oh, man, I just heard my voice on this live, and that's creepy. All right, let's see. Drew, add as a mod. Boom. Number one mod in the game is now number one mod in this chat. Here you go.
Nailed it.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention, PK. I too lick until the eyes go white. Oh my God. Whoa, walrus. Damn. Woof.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I know.
Cheval says, Drew's agent, I demand the really high right now. It won't be cheap. Or the demand is really high. It won't be cheap. I just gave it to him for free. He could take it. He's good. Terry Lake, Drew as an agent. As any celebrity does. It all makes sense now. Bierski trying to give it his family. It's why they're all here. I need to get me one of those. Anyone want to rep me? Terry Lake.
Terry,
We can
everybody
find
do
someone.
anything
We
for
could
you,
we can
man.
find someone. To Green Shiz re-roll.
Reroll.
Not worthy. Rigged. Skater Nesto. I better win your face.
Look. That's hilarious.
Oh shit! I put my money on Terry.
Always.
iFOMO, Nesto. Yeah, there you go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Chef love.
Yeah.
No more yawns though.
Yeah, even no more yawns.
No more freaking yawns. Thanks, man. Can you send me scans of it? So I had someone ask me for more pictures when I sold that pristine Van Gogh. And I also just got 2 return requests for international buyer on the other 2 Van Goghs I sold. Guess they weren't happy with the price they paid. But thank God for international eBay shipping because they eat all of that. You get a nice little email saying, this buyer wants to return it, but don't worry, you get to keep your money and we take care of everything. So definitely get enrolled in that if you haven't been yet. Or I guess they enroll you for you. I don't know how it works, but let's see. I'm sleepy. That's why I yawn. Man, staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning with basic trainer talking about aliens and shit.
Yeah.
Too.
Bro, I was up to like, I think I made it to like a little bit past 3 a.m. and then I passed out watching it.
My wife and I were sitting on the couch and we were trying to make it to midnight. We didn't even get close. I think like 9 o'clock. I was like, listen, we just drove all day. I'm tired. Like, let's go to bed. She's like, I don't need to see the ball drop. So we both chickened out, went to sleep mad early, but it was all right. David Martinez.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. That's another one of my guys.
Yeah,
that guy
I love
is the truth, man. That guy, you can put him anywhere and he's amazing.
Dan isn't giving stuff away. We here. Oh,
right.
Skater. Oh, so David, I'm glad. So line cook, what's he do for you?
Food runner's gonna be
food runner, another runner. Yeah, that's awesome.
He's amazing. That guy he's an awesome person, and he's super stud at his job. Anywhere we put him, he's amazing.
David, I hope you find some Pokemon cards lying around the.
He films a lot of like the pack openings that I do. That's my guy. I'm like, yo.
Oh, he's the film. Yeah,
bro. He does all of that.
Chef. I love it.
Yeah. And then if I have like pictures of food, he'll like grab the light from up top. He's like, I got you. Like
that's great.
Yeah,
dude, your Instagram is full of some delicious food items. If anyone hasn't seen it, please go down into the description below. His Instagram is there.
Yeah.
Skater Nest of Dan isn't giving stuff away. We hear. Alexander Happy David's here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm boycotting Dan until he sends me one of his promo cards for my bike spokes. Terry. Golden handcuffs.
That's right. He's not lying.
Fresh tats, correct? Dan, you're funny, man. $19.99 free shipping, Terror Bear.
That's funny.
They are a hot commodity. I mean, look at this thing.
They're selling out.
It is so good. You can even see, there's the imprint, the seal.
Yeah.
Catch 'em all collectible seal 2021. It's so good. I'm so happy I have one. Like I said, I got to get him to sign it in person. I'll see him at a Collecticon this year and have him print on it. Tempting. Souk S. Pokey Chef is the man. Is this another one of your workers?
Nah, that's my brother.
Oh, it's your brother. Wait, what's up, man? Chef's brother.
What up? What up?
Pokey Chef, bro.
I hope my nephew's watching. Kai. Shout out to Kai.
I love the cards with the food. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Walrus. Just by looking at him, I can tell Chef eats his bowl. Damn. Walrus, man.
Walrus is on it.
Man has 100% male viewers, but say girls. Respect. So, yeah. I made a joke to my wife the other day, like all the analytics that pop up on YouTube Studios, like your people that watch, it's 100%, literally 100% is males from 24 to 35. It's the funniest shit. Taking money out of the hobby is not cool. That's why I keep dumping it into it.
That's right.
Jeff
Put it right back, baby.
That game is way harder than it looks. Very fun, though. Kai is here, Pokey Chef.
Ah, Kai. What up, Kai?
There you go.
I gotta hook him up with cards.
Stop it. No. Blocked and reported. Introducing him to Nishida, do a Rita Sigamori. Oh, he dropped the Sigamori bomb a couple times. So yeah, dude, he's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's insane. It was definitely really cool. He sent me a whole link of all those cards, and yeah, man, some of that art, he explained it all. It was like pretty in-depth stuff. I really liked it. Send me those artists. Chef, what's in the brown bag?
Little Heine.
Got Quilly in here talking to Nesto. Blastoise is fire, Chef. Agree. Yeah, dude, that Blastoise is angry. It's just so cool. He's got his freaking cannons out. It's just wild. Don't let basic here. Oh, man. We got, let's see. Quilly, no. Mad Dog 2020. Damn, Mad Dog. Whoa.
Terry.
Woo. That should have put hair all over your body, Terry. My God. Damn, that's the main girl exclusive meal.
Yeah. And that's how I would lose my head, bro.
Jack in the Box, 2 tacos for 99 cents. Most delicious cardboard mush ever. Oh, man. Lots of stuff going on here. I love it. Chef, what top 3 Grail set cards for you? No trophies, no English.
Oh, my choices are kind of bad because I feel like they're generic, but I don't care. I love them. I'll give you a couple. I like the 3 CD promos where I love those. I'm sorry. I would rather have, hot take, I would rather have the 3 CD promos than original base set of all 3 of those. I really would. I love the CD promos a lot. And then right now I love the stamp promo Pikachu. I love that card. I want to get that. What's another one? There's these, it's a 2017 and 14. I don't know if you can see it. These Pikachus right there. Kind of see
okay.
it.
Oh, with that Gengar in there is hot. Yeah.
Yeah. There's those. And then the Mario Pikachus, bro. I'm such a Mario fan too, and I know I hate to say kind of all the generic stuff, but man, oh man, I love those cards. Those cards.
There's a reason why that shit's generic. It's because it's hot. People like it, just like the Poncho Pikachus. Yeah, like I know, like it's not the nichest of the niche stuff, but like all that stuff is so cool.
Japanese promos are my favorite. Like if I could collect one thing, it would probably be promo cards or Japanese promo cards. And I probably eventually I might sell off everything and transfer collection into that, into just Japanese like promo. I love that. I've always loved promo cards.
They're limited. They're nice. You're a man after Terry's heart. He was talking about that on the Live with Wonder. Like
I
love the promos. Love being in the promos. I mean, they're cool.
Yeah.
I mean, look what Van Gogh just did. That promo.
Yeah, that's the
not
blood
Japanese,
diamond,
but huh?
That's what I call the Van Gogh the blood diamond.
Dude, it was the blood diamond.
Right.
A lot of people got cut with that one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, catch 'em all collectibles. Humans were made to eat meat.
Bro, his dad used to build smokers.
That's why we have such a big brain, right? Yeah. We're eating the meat. We crossed over. Yeah, dude, his dad was building smokers out of nothing. It's crazy stuff, man.
I want to get one so bad.
I'd burn my house down.
I love that. I love not burning your house down, but I love smokers.
No, food trucks, let's go. Yeah,
food
dude,
trucks
food trucks
all
are
day,
good.
every day. All day, every
Again,
day,
if you haven't seen that Chef movie with Jon Favreau in it, like that's a movie. That's a movie to watch. It's really good. Couple heartfelt moments in it. It's just a good movie.
Love that movie.
Mike MC, you guys are awesome. Charburger with cheese.
That might be my dad too. Shout out to the dad.
That's your dad? What's up, Pop?
I think so. What up, bro?
Family live.
I know.
Yeah,
bring the support right now.
I do feeling the love tonight. This is good. What a great start for 2024, man. I love it, man. Brad G, food trucks where it's at.
Brad knows. It says
Walrus
Gabagool.
started as a Gabagool, now he bashes expensive food.
It's true though. It's like I like that stuff, but I'd rather food. I'd rather take me to a food truck rodeo, like a bunch of food trucks. Like I'd rather like humble people making awesome food. Like I really would. I really would.
Don't let Walrus fool you. We were sitting there, and Walrus and I were ordering a bunch of shit. And Nick, old school Pokemon, looks goes, or was it? No, it was Nick and I were ordering stuff. So never mind. So Walrus is true here. Walrus goes, geez, like you guys are just making all this money because Nick and I are ordering this and that and stuff. We're like, yeah, it's not that cheap, expensive. Bro. It's not cheap there. Bro, it's definitely not cheap. Not cheap at all. Edward 40 hands is terrible, LOL. Uh-oh. It's not a good time, dude. It's definitely not. That's so much malt beverage in your stomach at like 80 ounces just sitting in there. Never forget Dan begged to be a mod. Oh my God. Brad, it's hurtful. It's hurtful. Don't do that to him.
PK.
PK, thanks, Pierce. You got it. Number one mod in the game. He's here. That's it, awesome. My man.
He was awesome.
Nothing like threatening staff with insubordination if don't film your openings. You will hold this light. You will film this. That's great. Bierski loved the Sheeta. He's okay in my book. Nesto, I'm telling you, dude. Those cards the other night, and I was looking through them. That one, the Enti that's just such a pretty card. Like, it's so pretty. I don't know. I love that old Japanese style, like artwork too, where it's like very exaggerated in that style. Like, I love it. Just like, I know this isn't Nishida. Let me pull it out. I think my favorite card recently has been this one. Like I've said this a couple times. Like I just love, like anything like that. I love that kind of stuff. Like it's just done so well. Like any of that Japanese style art, like I do love it. Like
the Chilling Rain Vultures is sick too, bro.
Big fan of it for sure. Let's see. Dave Martinez representing 954. Love Evan. Blue face 3. Oh, see, it pops up weird on here. Sorry, guys. Disappointed you haven't shown us how to cook a well-done steak that's still juicy. I'm sure you get that all the time.
Yeah.
This thing tastes like a brick. Well, because you want it well done.
And steak chips.
Right, we got iFOMO closing the face. Well, Chef, we've made it to the bottom of chat, my man. We got about 10 minutes until Dan goes live. So I think we're going to wrap this bad boy up so he can do his thing. We can all hop in there and support Mr. Ketchum Collectibles, the number one mod in our gang, even if he did beg for it, Brad. I don't know. Let's see. Happy to see the evolution of Bierski. He used to say Peppa Pig was peak art weeks ago. Dude, Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Nice chat, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you so much, everyone who came here to watch tonight. I think this is the most viewership I've had consecutively in a show. It's pretty cool. Feeling the love, like I said. Any parting pieces of wisdom, Chef? Anything you got to say to everyone?
No, I hope I get to learn from everybody this year. If I'm around you guys or see you guys in Collecticons, I really would. And then shout out to Nick, Old School Pokemon. Go check him out on eBay Live, man. I'm always in his eBay Lives like crazy, and he does a phenomenal job. Weedle too. But Nick, Old School Pokemon, yeah, shout out to him. You guys aren't catching his eBay Lives. Go support the guy. eBay Lives.
His warehouse. Weedle's awesome, man. I ended with Weedle at Charlotte. Good guy. Yeah. His wife's a great person too. She was there just taking it all in, selling cards. It was just an awesome time. So he definitely put that section together and made it happen for us. Oh man, I do have to say one thing. This is my man Jamie. He plays fantasy football with me. I just came in second place in that league. I did win another one though, but thank you for being here, Jamie. I appreciate it.
Jamie, shout out Jamie. Hope he's a Dolphins fan.
Good stuff, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you. I appreciate you. Nice to finally see you, Chef.
Yeah, FOMO. Nice. FOMO's always there in the eBay Lives with Nick. What up, FOMO? Thank you, FOMO.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. Brad, you have a good night, my man. Namp, have a good night. Ernie, you too. Filippi.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great night, everyone. I appreciate it. The Eagles suck, Jamie. I'm sorry I'm going to say it. I hate them.
Hate the Eagles.
Hate
Dolphins,
them.
baby.
Dolphins. All right,
Dolphins.
everyone, have yourself a good night. Have a
Good night,
happy new
guys.
year. Please hand over to Catch 'em All Collectible stream.
Yeah.
Happy 2024 all, and we'll catch you on the next episode of It's Bureau O'Clock. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye, guys.